Because it seems like you started the ball rolling at SNL, right? You were
Hmm.
like, "There's not enough black people here. What's the problem? There's a lot of black people out there. They're not in here. What's the problem?" And the way you
Right.
describe it, your career there kind of got messed up in a way. You're kind of like the Colin Kaepernick of the situation. Like he started to really push the awareness, lost his dream, but now we see the overall dream, even in the NFL, is like pushing upward.
Yeah.
What's the problem? And are they doing enough now? It still seems like a sprinkling of black people in a white comedy show rather than something that really looks like America.
Well, listen. Just like now, just how everybody was forced to pay attention to the injustices that are happening across America, and it's not just us; it's everybody in the world is viewing this. It takes it does take time, maybe, for people to wake up and see things. Maybe it just takes time for some folks. They say when you get in a certain age, you're stuck in your ways. I don't know if that's true. I think you can. Some people, the smart older people, are like, I can still learn things. Um, I'll give you an example. When everything happened, the news broke, the footage went viral for my situation. I had a lot of people from SNL emailing me saying we didn't understand what was going on with the movement. We didn't get it until it happened to you, somebody that we care about, and it put it in perspective for us. You know, then Lauren Michaels called me on his cell phone. I didn't have Lauren Michaels' cell phone before. He called me up to check on me to see if I was okay. And we were having this conversation about change. And he said, I feel like it feels different this time. Like everything is changing. You can see through every industry clearly, clearly, man, that people are now starting to shift things. I hope that it stays up and it keeps on rising. So then we're all here, we good. But it is a ubiquitous uproar, and everybody is trying and paying attention now and wanting to change. And even if they don't know what's going on, they want to research and see what it is. Like, okay, all right, maybe I wasn't looking at that the right way. Let me revisit it, and let me. I'm open to this. Let me try this. So change doesn't happen overnight, but it does seem like there is some definite change happening. So I just believe it takes time. That's all. That's all. Just takes time. Takes time. Hey, look at me, man. I'm just look. I mean, you think about it, man. God, that's so crazy, man. Wow. Can I say this, Torre? Can I say this? Can I talk? Can I talk to
Bring
you? Can
it,
I
bring
say
it,
this?
bring it.
Okay. I think about you think about Kerry Washington in that episode, right? You think about the season 2013 through 14 when I'm saying that was one of my hardest seasons, but it was one of my best seasons. Dude, I broke up with my girlfriend around the same time I had that pressure with SNL. Like me and her we had broken up. That was another thing I had to overcome at the time. Um, Kerry Washington came in November, right? What does my girl say was based off of me and her breaking up? That's the thing that saved, I feel like, for that time, saved my SNL situation at that time. Because of the hits. They hadn't seen anything like that since The Lonely Island. And I know it gets brushed, it's kind of brushed off. They took it down and put it up on their site, but I think it had like at least 18, 20 million on it. It was something crazy, right? Met Kerry Washington. Kerry Washington called me up. Well, I hit up Kerry Washington last winter when she was doing Good Times. I said, congratulations from your directorial debut. She said, do you want to play JJ? Now, she didn't know that I was a little more buff, but, it was fine. But she was like, you want to play JJ? I said, yeah. And now look at this, how it all comes back together. When I was on SNL that season, all I was trying to do was get an Emmy nod, something, nomination, whatever, because I felt like I had put in good work, and it was a transition. And even the writers and the producers were all saying, we see what you're going through and you're doing great. And you're doing a great job, and we're paying attention to it. That moment, meeting Kerry Washington, she hit me up to do Good Times, and now I got an Emmy nod to maybe get a nomination. Just because of that. You think about how that comes around. And the only reason she thought about me for that part, Torre, is because when she goes over to China and she's chilling in Japan and all of those places, they don't know her for scandal. They know her for what does my girl say? How powerful is that, bro? It was all in God's time. So whenever you feeling like you at a low, you feeling like, hey, I'm not where I need to be right now. Why am I not here? Don't say that. Live in the moment. Something that I didn't do earlier. Live in the moment, accept it, be thankful for it, and God will give you more, and it will happen. And now I've been so thankful for everything that's happening, and I can't do it. I'm almost tearing up because now it just seems like there's just so much coming.